Keystone Kapers is a video game developed and published in April 1983. Inspired by Mack Sennett's slapstick Keystone Cops series of silent films, the object of the game is for Officer Keystone Kelly to catch Harry Hooligan before he can escape from a department store. Keystone Kapers was written by Gary Kitchen. The game takes place on a side-view display of a 3-story department store and its roof. The store is 8 times wider than the portion in the main display, and the screen scrolls to the left or right when the player reaches the edges. Movement between the levels is accomplished by escalators located at alternating ends of the map or an elevator in the center. A mini-map at the bottom of the screen provides an overall view of the store and the location of the players. The player controls Officer Keystone Kelly with the joystick, which is used to run to the right or the left along a given floor. When he reaches an escalator, he will be taken up to the next floor. Kelly can also use the elevator in the center of the map to move up and down, but doing so requires careful timing as it moves on its own. Kelly begins the game in the lower right on the first floor and normally begins running to the left to reach the escalator to the second floor. Harry Hooligan starts the game in the center of the second floor. He immediately begins running to the right in an attempt to reach the elevator to the third floor. Hooligan continues moving up the floors in an attempt to reach the roof via the escalator on the left side of the third floor. If he succeeds, he escapes. This trip takes 50 seconds, and a timer at the top of the screen counts down the remaining time. Kelly runs significantly faster than Hooligan and can normally catch him in that time in a straight run with no penalties. Kelly can also use the elevator to get between levels. If he moves ahead of Hooligan, Hooligan will reverse direction and start back down through the store. He is aided in this by the ability to jump down between levels at either end of the map, something Kelly cannot do because the escalators only go up for Kelly. This means Kelly has to use the elevators carefully or risk being stuck on a higher floor while the timer runs out. Slowing Kelly's progress are a number of still or moving obstacles like radios, beach balls, shopping carts and others, which he can jump over or duck under by pushing up or down on the joystick. Touching any of these objects causes a 9-second penalty. In later levels there are flying toy biplanes that will cause the player to lose a life upon contact. The game begins with the player given 3 lives. 1 is lost every round that Hooligan remains uncaught when the timer runs out. The game proceeds through rounds until the player runs out of lives. Extra lives are awarded at every 10,000 points, up to the maximum of 3. If Kelly catches Harry, the player will score points based on the amount of time they have left. On levels 1 to 9, the player will score what is left on the clock multiplied by 100 points. On levels 10 to 15, the amount left on the clock is multiplied by 200 points, and afterwards the amount left on the clock is multiplied by 300 points. Kelly can also pick up suitcases and bags of money for 50 points each. As with most early video games, there is no end to the game. Each level gets progressively harder, adding more and/or faster hazards until Kelly loses all of his lives. You can download a remake for Android devices from the link in the video description.